Hey everyone, it's your boy Trader Timothy Chalamet, or should I say Himmy Butler, Adolf Himmler? Regardless, it is him, the GOAT, the neck, Trader Main, back with another video update. Oh my god, we cook so hard. I warned you guys in advance, there's gonna be some fucking clout collecting in this video. I can't help myself. We smoked this fucking ETH move, guys, right through to all-time high. We had laid out this level. It also happened to be the level that Tom Lee's fucking TA Ichimoku guy laid out, and they bought a few $1 billion there. Amazing. It's almost like TA is a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you didn't catch this move, on our video on Wednesday, I told you guys if you did not get in the trade, you had to long the pullback. The pullback came. I posted in Telegram. I posted in fucking Twitter. I said the pullback is here. That was your second opportunity to get on this ride before all-time high. So if you didn't make money on this move, I don't know what to say at this point. I'm not saying you need to be blindly copying me. All I'm saying is I can't lay it out on a platter any more easily than I have. And I don't honestly know if anyone has been as dialed as we have over the last few months. We've only missed a couple of trades, like one long on Bitcoin here. Otherwise, we've been mapping out every move fucking perfectly. It's been unbelievable. So I know you guys are cooking because my DMs blew up this morning with tons and tons of people sharing their wins. Still no tips. Zero tips. Some guy, I made 70 grand. Not a penny in the tip jar. Regardless, I'm super happy for all of you guys making money. It's been super fun. Now the question is, what's next? ETH has made a new all-time high. It's just peaked above. What comes next? So here is my thoughts, guys. Okay, here is my thoughts, and I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I talked about two potential scenarios in one of last week's videos, okay? So in one of last week's videos, I mentioned that we have really two potential scenarios for Bitcoin, and this is right when Bitcoin made its new all-time high. So it probably would have been Wednesday of last week or maybe Friday of last week. And I said, I see two options here. Bitcoin is either going to range, and then every time it goes up, ETH and altcoins are going to crush. And if that's the scenario, that means alt season, ETH and alts go up, Bitcoin is in the process of distributing. Maybe it makes higher highs, but marginal, right? Marginal higher highs. It's distributing. ETH and shit runs, and then it's fucking over, okay? The other scenario I mentioned is Bitcoin is distributing, but then it reprices higher one more time. And then it distributes. Sorry, Bitcoin is range bound. ETH runs, but then Bitcoin reprices higher once more, and then it distributes, and then it's over. I still think both of these scenarios are the most likely. However, what we really need to watch here over the next couple of weeks is Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin comes up to the range highs again and then fails, I think it's scenario one. And that means we're likely a lot closer to the end than the beginning. If Bitcoin is actually able to trade higher and make a higher high, I'm talking like 130, 140, 150, like a decently higher high, not this bullshit, not like this, right? Like an actual higher high, then I think, I'm just recording something. Can I call you back in 5? All right, bye. Then I think it will last a little longer, maybe into Q4. That's going to be much better news, okay? Either way, Bitcoin is the focus. We want it to break higher if we want this rally to sustain longer. If Bitcoin just continues to go sideways and it does something like this, where yes, it makes a higher high, but they're marginal, that to me means we're a lot closer to the end of the beginning. But the good news is it means it's alt season. ETH is going to go up to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. Stuff's going to reprice. We're going to make a bunch of money, but then you're going to want to know where the exit is. So this video is not about price predictions and things like that. It's about covering these two scenarios. We are either here or we're here. If we're here, good. Bitcoin's going to have another leg up, 130, 140, 150. And then everything will reprice higher with it. And then we'll have another big alt reprice. That's fantastic. If Bitcoin is here, then the top of Bitcoin's already kind of in. Maybe it goes up to 120, 125, but it's a very marginal higher high. And in reality, it's actually distributing, and alts are going to run. We'll make a bunch of money, but the rally is going to be actually a lot shorter than we probably hope and probably want. I know a lot of people are talking about the super cycle. Oh, the super cycle, this time's different. Institutional money's here. We're still early. These are the same idiots who told you this fucking last time. Where the fuck were all these people calling for the super cycle down here? Where were they over here? Where were they here? Where were they here? Where were they here? They're nowhere to be found. We're 3 years into the bull run. Now they're coming out of the woodwork telling you this time's different. These people are idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not saying you need to listen to me. I could be wrong, but I've been more right than I've been wrong over this cycle. And at the very least, I'm laying out a plan where either way you have a situation where you can actually execute and make a trading decision. If Bitcoin continues to range, okay, I'm going to focus on altcoins, and I'm going to be prepared that if Bitcoin dumps, it might be over for a while. If Bitcoin breaks up and makes a significantly higher high, fantastic. That means I have more time. I can allocate back into alts. They're going to reprice again. La da 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 da. It's about making a plan and then executing on that plan. A lot of these people are just shilling you bullshit. They're tweeting shit for engagement. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay? I would like to think that I have a decent idea, and I've demonstrated that ability over the fucking 1,000 YouTube videos I have on this godforsaken channel and this godforsaken app. So I'm not trying to fucking tell you guys like, hey, it's over, you gotta be scared. I'm telling you right now, the next few months are gonna be fucking awesome. ETH just broke all-time high. I think the next few months are gonna be awesome. But outside of a rate cut, which is effectively what we were told by Powell today in Jackson's Hole. He was inside Jackson's Hole. He was very deep in there. He flew a plane up in the air. Here's Jackson's Hole. Here's Jerome Powell. He flew a plane into Jackson's Hole. And then from inside Jackson's Hole, he told us basically that rate cuts probably coming. Significant monetary policy shift probably coming. I don't know what else the catalyst is. Every catalyst has seemingly come at this point outside of rate cuts. So that might be the last thing that gives us this last hurrah, okay, for higher prices. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, we are not early. This is not different. I'm inclined to think Q4, Q1 is the top. The 4-year cycle remains. It doesn't mean we're going to zero, but let's say we go up to 150, right? And then we top. Okay, well, maybe it's different in that we have institutional buyers now in stronger hands. So maybe we're not going to get an 80% pullback, but maybe we'll get a 40 or 50% one, and that puts Bitcoin back in the 60, 70K range. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a fantastic thing, and I would want to buy that, and I would want to target 1 million, okay? But this is just my opinion. I know I'm hyped up right now. I got a lot going on. ETH made all-time high. I just made a bunch of money on that trade. You guys made a bunch of money on that trade. So it's all good news, but I'm just letting you know that stuff I talked about in the prior video with these two scenarios, the stuff I reiterated here, I think those are very likely. And if I'm wrong and it's a super cycle and this time's different and we're going up forever and the 4-year cycle is dead, then it's all going to continue going up and we can just continue to long and be bullish ad infinitum. So it's not a lose-win scenario here. It's a win-win scenario. I'm either right and we're prepared, or things just go way higher and we get richer anyways, okay? So as much as it's exciting and there's a lot of FOMO and hopium on the timeline, just always remain objective. The goal here is to make money. It's not to listen to the people who are just bull posting a bunch of bullshit. Your goal is to make money, whether that's from Bitcoin, ETH, altcoins. Your goal is to make money. I think we're entering a period where hopefully altcoins are quite profitable. So it's a good place to focus. But the goal here is to extract money from the market, put it into the fucking bank, or put it into spot Bitcoin, or into whatever you want to put it in. But it's to extract it out of your trading account and put it somewhere more stable. That is the goal. We are extracting money from these markets. We're taking advantage of this volatility. So I know a bunch of you guys made a bunch of money. Keep letting me know. I love getting those DMs. It makes me very fucking happy. In terms of price predictions, what comes next, I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm holding a portion of this ETH trade. I think it goes through 5,000 soon. Bitcoin had a big move off of the range lows here. If we get some sort of pullback into this area, I'll probably look for longs towards here, right? At least towards here. Because remember, this is a weekly sweep, but now this is potentially a weekly sweep. So at the very least, I think this will give some reaction, but good chance these sweeps cancel each other out, and maybe we just continue going range bound, or maybe we break higher. Either way, I don't need 5-6 moves in advance. Next potential move for me is here to here. Okay? Simple as that. That's what we're going to focus on. So I know this was maybe a bit of a frenetic video. I've had a crazy few days. You guys will know why soon. But I'm stoked. I can't be more happy with how we've executed, how we've called out the moves, how we've collected our money, how we've collected our clout. All of the fucking haters. Ha ha ha. You're poor. I'm rich. The homies are right. Yous was wrong. Oh, you didn't give us any alpha. You didn't give us any direction. Yes, we fucking did. Stop entry target. You still fucked it up because you're not very smart. I mean, what can I say, man? All things are coming up Millhouse. So be excited. Be happy. Lock the fuck in. It's time to fucking extract as much money as we can from these markets legitimately, because we're not some fucking grifters like Kanye West. Like, Kanye West launching meme coins, not bullish, by the way. We're not grifting like that kind of bullshit. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. Leverage tradings. We're in the fucking books. We're taking our money mano-y-mano from the bears. And we're doing it well, and we're going to keep doing it. So I'll be back with another video next week that will have more analysis in it. This one, I just want to talk kind of big picture stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. If you got any questions, let me know. I love you. Use all my shit. Links in the description. Goodbye.